Hey, Soma, I'm so excited about what it feels like the Spirit is doing in the life of our church. After a year and a half of trying to navigate a pandemic and lockdowns and isolation and Zoom gatherings and Zoom missional communities, it feels like what God is doing is really calling us out of the cave, or if you want to get even more uh, intense, calling us out of the grave to live a life of resurrection hope. That's what we've been talking about this entire year. And one of the things that it kind of feels like in this moment that God is pressing us to do is to understand and to learn or relearn the way of Jesus and how to follow Jesus in every aspect of our life. And that's in this essence what a church really is. It's a group of people that are committed to the process of learning how to follow Jesus day by day, year after year, season after season. And so this fall, we're going to take 8 weeks to really talk about and to learn together in our DNA groups, in our personal devotions, in our missional communities, in our gatherings. We're going to be taking these weeks to learn and to relearn the way of Jesus. How does Jesus actually change us, change the world, change how we live? How does Jesus call us into a fellowship community to love one another? How does Jesus call us and challenge us to love our neighbor and to love the place that we're at? I think what's going to be really beautiful about this season is that not only will we all be learning how to do that, but we'll also be taking steps of faithfulness together too. I believe it's going to be a really fruitful, wonderful time for us as a church. I'm so looking forward to it. Here's the challenge, though. For this to really work and be beneficial, we're all going to need to commit to showing up uh, every time, to show up every Sunday, to every worship gathering, to hear the teaching, to share with one another, to learn alongside each of us. We also are going to need to show up to every missional community time that we have, every DNA group, to show up personally, one on one with you and God. That's really how this is designed, is that we not only want each of you to be part of it, but that we need each person to be part of it. So what that means is if you've gotten out of the rhythm of being able to be at the gatherings on Sundays, change your rhythms, begin to adjust so that you can be there, just like you would finding a new job and a new first day, just like you would in the beginning of a school year. If it means that you haven't been in a missional community, talk to us about being in a missional community. If you're not in a DNA group, the same thing, so that you can truly experience what we're all going to be doing together. And even on that note of showing up, if Soma is part of your church, or Soma is your church, you are part of this body. We not only need you there, but we need you there a little early, particularly on Sundays. Our gatherings start at 10 a.m. We would like you to be there at 9:45. Why? Because we're going to have food and drink there before each gathering, and it's a great chance to connect and to see one another and to become one body before we go and sing that we are one body. It's also really important to welcome in new people who are coming each Sunday. If the new people are the ones that show up on time and often very early, and they're the only ones there, I think even just to be hospitable, can you imagine hosting a party in your house and you yourself don't show up until after the party has begun? What is that for the guests? What is that for the other people? And so, uh, lastly, it helps us prepare to worship and to engage. I understand babies happen, blow ups happen, car problems happen, sickness happens. We won't always be able to be there. What I long for us is to have a commitment in our hearts, in our minds, in our schedules, to be there, to show up at every aspect of our church, to show up ready to fully participate. There's tons of grace for when things go wrong, tons of grace for when it's not possible. But for whenever it is possible, let us make every effort to be there to encourage each other in love, to be there to grow up in Christ, to be there to be united as we're sent together to this city. I'm so looking forward to it. Can't wait. It all starts on September 12th. Looking forward to it. Love you, church.